When thinking of the wonders of the world, the Great Pyramids or the Colosseum may spring into mind. While unmistakably incredulous, in this video I describe the wonder that Mother Nature created at her own will to enchant and put humans in awe at the mere sight of these wonders. From mountain peaks to waterfalls, underwater marvels and dazzling sky optics, each natural wonder highlights a different aspect of the beauty of Earth's natural world. The northern lights or the aurora borealis are beautiful dancing waves of light that have captivated people for millennia. The northern lights and their counterpart in the southern hemisphere appear when highly charged solar wind particles flowing from the sun collide with air molecules in the Earth's atmosphere, transferring their energy into light. This occurs around the polar regions where those magnetic fields converge. These magnetic fields create auroral ovals around our planet's top and bottom, which move and distort as the Earth rotates and solar flare activity increases. It covers northern parts of Canada, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Alaska, Russia, and all of the Iceland. The aurora borealis are potentially visible under dark skies from late August to mid-April, preferably under clear, cloudless sky. Paracutin is one of the youngest volcanoes on the planet, situated in the west-central part of Mexico in the state of Michoacan. The Paracutin volcano gained widespread attention for its sudden appearance and mild eruptions in 1943 from a cornfield owned by a native farmer named Dionisio Pulido. Since then, the Paracutin volcano has attracted several researchers for documenting the entire life cycle of a volcano and has also become one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. One of the most fantastic attractions in Africa and one of the most spectacular waterfalls in the world, Victoria Falls is located on the Zambezi River, the fourth largest river in Africa. Victoria Falls is the only waterfall in the world with a length of more than a kilometer and a height of more than 100 meters. It is also considered to be the most significant fall in the world. Interestingly, during the dry season, the water level in the Zambezi River drops sharply and it becomes possible to walk through some parts of the waterfall. However, Victoria Falls is a roaring machine that strikes anyone with power during the rest of the year. A very important note: make sure you subscribe to the channel for more traveling videos and our best tips. Mount Everest is a peak in the Himalayas mountain range. It is located between Nepal and Tibet, the autonomous region of China. At 8,849 meters, 29,032 feet, it is considered the tallest point on Earth. Climbing Mount Everest has become a famous expedition for mountain climbers. However, it is a dangerous undertaking. Climbing Everest requires a lot of experience mountaineering elsewhere, as well as a certificate of good health equipment and a trained Nepalese guide. The snow and ice on the mountain created deadly hazards like avalanches, and there is only a limited climbing season due to bad weather conditions. But perhaps the biggest danger is the altitude. Most climbers are not accustomed to high altitude and low oxygen levels and rely on bottled oxygen they bring along. One of Australia's most remarkable natural gifts, the Great Barrier Reef is blessed with the breathtaking beauty of the world's largest coral reef. The reef contains an abundance of marine life. It comprises over 3,000 individual reef systems, coral caves, and hundreds of picturesque tropical islands with some of the world's most beautiful sun-soaked golden beaches. Because of its natural beauty, the Great Barrier Reef has become one of the world's most sought-after tourist destinations. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the seven wonders of the natural world, and pulling away from it and viewing it from a greater distance. It is larger than the Great Wall of China and the only living thing on Earth visible from space. The harbor of Rio de Janeiro is also known as Guanabara Bay. The harbor is located by Rio de Janeiro on the southeastern coastline of Brazil. The harbor is surrounded by granite monoliths and welcomes visitors to the city of Rio de Janeiro. The harbor at Rio de Janeiro is the largest in the world based on the volume of water. The unique formation of granite mountains surrounding the bay can make the South Atlantic appear like a series of lakes, depending on your point of view. Travelers visit Halong Bay for an up-close look at its unique limestone islands, rock formations, and caves. Whittled away over centuries by wind and water, they're breathtaking. Rent a kayak or a junk boat or take a tour to explore. Antarctica, the world's southernmost and fifth largest continent. Its landmass is almost wholly covered by a vast ice sheet. Often described as a continent of superlatives, Antarctica is not only the world's southernmost continent, it is also the world's highest, driest, windiest, coldest, and iciest continent. Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni is considered one of the South America's most extreme and remarkable vistas, if not Earth. Stretching more than 4,050 square miles of the altiplano, it is the world's largest salt flat left behind by prehistoric lakes that evaporated long ago. Here, a thick crust of salt extends to the horizon, covered by quilted, polygonal patterns of salt rising from the ground. Nearby lakes overflow at certain times of the year, and a thin layer of water transforms the flats into a stunning sky reflection. This beautiful and otherworldly terrain serves as a lucrative extraction site for salt and lithium, the element responsible for powering laptops, smartphones, and electric cars. In addition to local workers who harvest these minerals, the landscape is home to the world's first salt hotel and is populated by road-tripping tourists. The harsh beauty and desolateness of Salar de Uyuni can make for an incredible experience for a logistical nightmare. Grand Canyon is a steep-sided canyon carved by the Colorado River in Arizona, United States. Of all Grand Canyon facts, this one is pretty cool. Sudden elevation changes have an enormous impact on temperature and precipitation, so the weather you're experiencing could vary drastically depending on where you're in the Grand Canyon. The coldest, wettest weather station in the region is the Bright Angel Ranger Station on the North Rim, while the hottest and one of the driest is just 8 miles away at Phantom Ranch.